Okay, so it doesn't appear so, but because she has so much stuff, but things have been organized and put in proper containers because you have some of everything that belongs in every room of the house, just about. So the process that I have her going through with cleaning up or organizing, I'm tired of using the word cleaning because you don't need to clean. Things need to leave out of this house, but thing that I have her doing is grouping like things together so that you can then easily put them in the rooms that they belong in. Okay, so things are actually in order in here, the way they're stacked up. It doesn't appear to be so, but it is. But this is what I want you to see. This is the beginning of things getting cluttered again. I want you to see this box right here, this brown box here. Why is that there like that? I want you to see it, assess and examine it. Does that make sense to put a box someplace like that? It's not literally like really sitting on top of anything. It's just wedged in there in a jacked up way. I don't know how else to say that. This is the stuff that she does. So why would you buy that and then put it there? She does not know what to do. All she knows is she just buys stuff because she likes buying stuff. But you don't like your situation. You don't like the results of the buying stuff. This is a piece of workout equipment. I told her she needs something like this. I, I, I still don't understand why she bought it. I know you're probably like, well, you told her to buy it and she bought it. My thing is she's not in a place yet to be using it because she's not going to use it. It's one of those little pedal things you can sit down and pedal. Really, she can get on an actual bike, but I said, well, can you start here? You sit a lot in your room. You can at least get some dumbbells, do some things. I did some workout stuff with her the other day, and with like some little weights and stuff. We couldn't access the weights. I bought her some little dumbbells. She has some. Actually, I bought hers. Oh no, I bought my grandmother some, and she actually bought some. I'm trying to think if I did. I did buy her some type of little weights and stuff like that. But she went and bought some, so she has some, but she does not know where they are. Of course, because you got this type of stuff going on where everything's buried away. There's actually stuff underneath this table right here. So this is the table, and there's stuff underneath. You can see. So stuff's being stored under there for now too. Yeah, we couldn't find her. She couldn't find her dumbbells, so I just grabbed some stuff we had in the kitchen, like some cans of food or something like that. That was enough for her to get started. So I'm guessing she trying to act like she gonna get serious. She's not gonna do this. This is gonna sit around. But this is my thing with her. I was trying to sit down with her to have this to get to the root of the problem, because the root of the problem is not the stuff. It's not taking care of the stuff. The stuff is not the problem. It's why are you buying this stuff? See this? This has not been used. I guarantee you this has not been used. I think I was with her when she bought this. This is stupid. Mist and sip. She bought this to use at church for when it's hot. You gonna be misting yourself? She's not gonna use it. She just likes stuff. But that's the problem. If I tell her, suggest that she buys something, it's because it's something that she needs. And I'm not contributing to the stuff in the house. You know, there are things that she does need. That has to deal with her health. But the thing is, she's always happy to buy something because she likes buying something. So the thing of it is, this right here is not going to get used. I will use that. I'll use that before she does. Hope you can see me well. I will use that before she will. I've done that with a lot of her things. I just open up and use it, and sometimes I'll take it to her and be like, "Hey, can I use this?" She's like, "Okay." Sometimes she'll say, "Nah, that's mine." I'm like, "Well, it's been here for 10 years. It's been here for 6 years. It's whatever years it's been here for, and you're not using it." So this is what contributes to the problem. You buy stuff. She doesn't know what to do with the stuff once it gets here. So what she does with it is just does stuff like this. This is some jacked up, effed up stuff, and I'm saying it just like that. Because when we go to pull out this container and pull out this stuff, what do you think is going to happen to that? That's going to fall. So putting that there like that does not make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And then she'll just say, well, just move that first. No, that's effed up. And I'm saying it just like that. This is an effed up situation. I do have some things here in the kitchen because we're using it as a temporary holding space. So there's some stuff here, but it's not supposed to be here forever. There has been no cleaning that has gotten done this week because I've been working. But I don't understand why there hasn't been any organization or even getting rid of stuff to create space. I did clear off. There is some stuff there in the corner there. But now it's easier to pass by that spot right there because I moved some things around. And I removed some things from that corner there. But my thing is she doesn't clean. She doesn't work on this unless I do it with her. Unless I get her up. She's a baby. She's a baby. And I'm trying to talk to her and about the cleanliness so that she can get the breakthrough that she needs. Because why do all of this work? Why do all of this stuff? And we're not on the same page. Your plan is not going to work because this is what she wants to do. I'm sorry, let me back up a little bit. I was trying to talk to her about some things and get to the root of the problem because if we talk about that first and deal with that first, then this part, this is all this cleaning, getting rid of stuff, that's easy. That's the easy part. You got to deal with what's causing this stuff. What is causing this stuff to be here? That's what needs to be dealt with. She didn't even really want to do it. I said, well, you're in the same spot and you're wasting my time because I can be working on my business and I can be doing this and that. I can be resting. I can be doing things that I like to do. Instead of using my free time to do this for you. This is for everybody, but it's for you. It's for your breakthrough. Don't waste what I do and what I have to give. The Bible says, cast not your pearls before swine, for they will trample under feet. Well, anybody can be swine. Just know that. It's not just people who you don't know. I'm glad I actually saw the tissue. See, this is another thing that happens here. I knew I brought the boxes of tissue there. You see the Kleenex brand right there. I knew I had brought them in there because they were down there by the steps in that corner I just showed you. But see, the thing is, what she wants to do when Brenda has in her head as to how everything's going to get organized, we just going to have plenty of space in here, right? Is whatever she has packed up in containers and stuff, she wants to move it out into the garage. I'm like, my father built all this shelving out there. He built all this shelving for garage things. Once he put that shelving up, you know what she did? She moved a whole bunch of stuff from inside the house out there. So basically, you still have a problem. She still has a problem. I don't care if she had plenty of space for all this stuff. You still have a problem. She said that she wishes that she had a house that was big enough, that had enough bedrooms so she can just put stuff away in bedrooms. That's the problem is still there. She just wants a whole bunch of clothes to have in everybody's bedrooms and just put clothes in bedrooms. I'm like, well, wouldn't you rather have, if you have a house with that many rooms in it, wouldn't you rather have like a room big enough to be your closet? Excuse me, my nose. Wouldn't you rather have that? That makes sense, doesn't it? To me, that makes sense. I hope you can see me. But she wants to continue this stuff and just buy containers. She's good at buying containers, and she buys containers and puts stuff in. I said it's turning into a storage facility. You're still living with the same demons. You're still walking in the same behavior. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. This container right here is full of nothing but these little Pyrex bowls. And she kept buying them, right? I organized everything because I did that myself. And I'm not trying to say that because I just want to take the credit for everything. But I'm taking the credit for that. And I'm saying it like that because she's put everybody in this situation. And we have to like get ourselves out. We have to deal with this. We're suffering through this. You know, she's suffering too, but you're causing everybody else around you to suffer too. Even her own mother, because she can't come over and sit down. She's talked to me, my grandmother has talked to me about this. But I put all this stuff together, grouping like things together like this and organizing everything. It helps you to see what you really have. And you can see the scope of the problem. That's full of small Pyrex bowls with lids. She has way too damn many of them, and I'm saying it just like that. There's way too damn many of them. She's bought them in duplicate, in triplicate. Yes, triplicate is a word. And I said, do you see how many of these you have? I showed them to her. This is how many you have. I said, don't buy any more of these. You have too many of these. So, this is her thing. She still doesn't get it. We're going to have to have a sit down and talk again, because the reason why she's been cleaning those, because it's coming up on Christmas. And every year she has a goal of cleaning up the house so that when my brother comes home, he can get into his bedroom. We don't have to move stuff around. Yeah, because she has to unclutter the bedroom. The bed looks like this. See the table? His bed in his room looks like this. It looks like that. So she cleans it off every year. And she said she wanted to have the house together. She says that every year. I'm like, well, this year we started cleaning up. And it was during the wintertime. It was like February. We cleaned up one day. And then the next day, I said, okay, you ready to start cleaning? She's like, no, I don't want to. So I said, okay, well, I said to myself, whenever you want to, again, you feel motivated to, again, we'll start doing this. Because this has to be her. I can't come in here and just clean this up and clean up the house. In doing so, what is she going to do? She's going to do the same thing. Because wherever you create space, I'm talking about even in the refrigerator. I can't tell you how many times I've cleaned out the freezer. It's still holding on. This is what me and my father, this is what we live with. Like, oh yeah, it's still holding on. Like, why are we living in fear and anxiety and worry about space in the refrigerator? You know, so now we can, here's the freezer. We can actually see the light. There's still too much stuff in there, but we can see the light. And every time I clean it out, there's a light. It brings light and freedom, and you can breathe. And then, you know what she'll do? She'll go and buy a big 1-gallon tub of ice cream and put it in. I said that goes downstairs. We have a deep freezer downstairs. And she'll put it in here. Whatever breath you had, whatever oxygen you had, she'll take it away. Whatever light you had, she'll take it away. One thing I did for her, I just don't understand her. And I'm sorry for this being this long, this video being this long, because I didn't mean for it to be this long. I just really wanted to show that one box right here and how things get started and get stacked up, and it becomes like it creates an obstacle course where you have to go through to get to stuff, and then it becomes a booby trap. But one thing I want you to notice, my mother has some very funny ways about herself. So this is what I did for her. You know, I don't like dealing with people with funny ways and catering to them. Okay, she act real funky. I don't like making room for funk. Funk is demons. We don't want to make room for demons. I said, okay, you like having your own little cup. Okay, that kind of stuff is going to have to stop too. Everybody can have their cups, you know, they like to drink out of. This is stuff that I don't understand though. So in this door right here, this is the door of the freezer. See all these cups and bottles and drinks and stuff? That's her stuff. I put her stuff right there in the door, so you can have access to that. The reason why I did that like that is because, see these bottles of water that she has labeled with the letter M on it for mommy. One time I cleaned up the refrigerator and the freezer. You want to know how many of these bottles were in there, buried away and stuff like that? There were 11 bottles of water not being drunk by anybody, because you couldn't get to them, and they got buried away. They got buried away within the freezer and deep within the refrigerator too. So you didn't know they were in there. That's what she does there. So she buries her stuff away, forgets she has it, doesn't know she has it, and then it gets old. I can't tell you how much money she wastes just from food, just from buying up food, just from buying too much stuff and packing it away, stacking it on top of each other. Then it's old. So I said, well, you know what? Okay, you like putting some bottles of water in the freezer. Well, why don't we have a designated place right here? This makes sense. This is freedom for her. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you need some help. And there's nothing wrong with getting help for whatever it is you need help for. You know, you didn't even have to think of this. You didn't even have to organize this like this. You know, I just did it. And I got no thanks for it. You know, this makes it easier for you to get to stuff. You know what's in here. That's freedom. That's power. Just this stuff right here is power. But what does she keep doing? She keeps going back to, I can't even say go back to old ways because she hasn't left the old ways. Sometimes I'll find these in here and I'll show you what she'll do. I'll find these in here like this, or she'll put it, there's nothing much in here. So I'm gonna put that here. This is the ice bin. It has been accessible. I made it accessible again because she buried it. These are ice cube trays right here. They're accessible. Now we can get ice. I can't tell you how long we were going without ice because you couldn't get to it. To her, see this right here? This is the ice cube tray. I mean, the ice cube bin, these ice cube trays. To her, you see this space right here? That's a place to put something. Is that a place to put something? I don't understand. That's not a place to put something. You don't put anything there. You need to have access to the ice. You need to have access to the ice cube trays. How are you going to refill them? How are you going to empty the contents of the ice cube trays into the ice cube bin if you can't access it? And then when you have to unbury stuff all the time, you're just going to be like, forget it. I can't tell you how many times we've done without ice. Once I cleaned up the refrigerator and unburied the ice cube bin and the ice cube trays, who's coming in here getting ice? Brenda. But this is what she'll do. She'll start taking one of these and putting it there like that. I said, no, we're not doing that. You're not putting anything on top of the ice cube trays. Nothing goes there. She can't handle that. She's not ready for that yet. But it's still pretty good. It's still good in here. It's still not what it should be. Because there's food in here that needs to be eaten. And she won't even do it. I try to, get it together and say, hey, let's look at what we have in the freezer and let's cook that. She won't do it. So she keeps doing it. Her thing is, right, I'm telling you, the devil has given her a reason for why she puts stuff where she puts stuff and why she does what she does. And why everything should just go in the garage, because that's what she wants to do. And if that's what she's going to do, I'm not going to help her clean up, because I'm not casting my pearls before swine like that. If I give you pearls, you got to take care of them. But she keeps trying to put one of these bottles over here in the freezer because she said it keeps it colder. Look at this. This is in the door, right? This was in the door. This bottle was in the door. Is that not frozen? It's frozen. You don't need to put it in there. The devil is giving her reasoning. It's jacked up reasoning. It's wrong, aka lies. She's believing everything the father of lies is telling her. The father of all lies is telling her. And putting the bottle in there, like, oh, it gets it colder if you put it back there back in the freezer. That makes no sense. This is frozen. So, I mean, technically, with science and stuff like that, I mean, there are colder temperatures than this freezer can produce. But that's a bunch of BS. Straight from the devil, from the pit of hell. So no, if this is frozen, you can't drink this. Therefore, it's going to get cold enough. Let's take a look at the refrigerator. This actually is not bad because I've been staying up on it. I can't be the refrigerator guard. I'm not going to do that. But it's like sometimes it's like it gets to the point to where I'm tired of, you can actually see that, you can see the light. I'm tired of not being able to get stuff. I'm tired, see, she's doing this again. This is another thing I wanted to show you. I'm sorry. This situation has me going back and forth. So you know how in the freezer, in the door, she got a section in the freezer. She got her own section. I just feel like she just doesn't deserve this royal treatment. But she has a section for her drinks in the freezer door. She also has one in the refrigerator door. This is this right here, right? I want you to see it. I have no idea. this is here like this. It's actually mine. I don't know why that's down there like that. Go pick this up. I hope she don't open this anytime soon. Don't care. So anyway, I just put that back in. You see, there's space in here. I want you to see what she's doing and where her mind is. I told you about her laying bottles. She doesn't sit them upright. She lays them down vertically. Who lays down bottles in a refrigerator? And her reasoning is not going to be good reasoning, because this is how all these bottles got packed away and pushed away in there, because she'll lay them down in there. She'll put too many of them in there, because really the amount of bottles of water and pop that she puts in there is enough for the whole family to have. So we can't put our stuff in there too. It's going to be absolutely no room. So sometimes I would drink her drinks. Yeah, because, I mean, you already put one in there for me. But I want you to see this. This is behavior that she's walking in right now. First of all, this is not going here. You have your own designated area. You can put that there. This is what I want you to see. See these bottles. I'm telling you, there'll be bottles of water and pop in here for months. I want it to be there when I want to drink it. Okay, well, it's going to be there until it's too old for you to drink it. How many times has that happened? But I want you to see this. She'll do stuff like this. Why does this have to be laid down in here? You have a designated area for your stuff right here. Nobody has their own drink section or any section in the refrigerator, but you do. See this? And that's why I'm moving. But then, because I move her stuff, that's what it's getting interpreted as. I'm moving her stuff around. And she'll get on the phone and tell people that I'm crazy and that I move her stuff around. So when she comes in here to see this, she's going to be pissed off. And she's going to know that I moved her stuff. And me moving her stuff is something that she just has to suffer through every day. I'm like, I'm keeping you free. I'm freeing you up here. But the devil's going to get mad because that demon of hoarding and buying doesn't like what I'm doing to keep this organized. Organization is freedom. Organization is unnecessary, is the elimination. Or let me put it like this, is what I always say. Disorganization is unnecessary stress. So for my freedom's sake, until I move out, and the thing of it is my job to help her get her breakthrough, but she's fighting it. She's not receiving it. So some point in time, until I move out, I'm going to be moving stuff around because it's disrespectful to me. It's disrespectful to who God made me to be. It's disrespectful to what I have in me. It makes me feel stopped up. Spiritually stopped up. So this is what I'm doing. Her stuff is not getting thrown away. According to her, I'm crazy and I'm moving her stuff. And then she tells her friends, I move her stuff around and I'm crazy. And she's the adult. She's the parent, and she should get her way. My mother has always gotten her way her whole life. My mother is spoiled. I'm telling you, that is how my mother is. She likes having her way. She likes being comfortable. She doesn't like having to deal with anything, like any type of little situation. She can't handle anything, I'm telling you. How do you have this, and somebody set it up for you and showed you the way, and you're going to get mad still and reject it and not thank me? She did not thank me for this, and she's using it because she has stuff here. See these little grape juice bottles here? She copied off of me. The Ketum grape juice bottles. She copied off of me with those, and she copied off of me with these naked drinks. You know how long those have been there for? A long time. I'm like, you don't have to buy it just because I buy it. It's not necessary to need 50 million bottles of the same thing. Oh, I want you to see something. She always does this. See this bottle right here? Do you know how long that's been in there for? She had that in the freezer at one point in time. I took it out the freezer and put it in the refrigerator. There's only a little bit of water left in there. You can't drink that? Look how much water is left in here. in this big bottle, and you have this big 1 liter bottle or 1.5 liter size bottles in here with that little bit of water in it, and you can't drink that and get rid of that. You know how long she's been holding that to that for? All year long. All year, I guarantee you that was in there, and it was in the freezer. And I kept taking it out, and she kept putting it back in. I'm like, why in the hell? And I'm saying that because it's the devil. Why in the hell is that in there? Get rid of that. So I've pulled it forward now, so hopefully she'll see it. That's the thing. I can't do this stuff for you. If you're gonna do this, what is this? If you're gonna do stuff like this and mistreat what it is I have to give you, I'm your child, and my mother's breakthrough is in her children. Her breakthrough got birthed through her womb. Her own breakthrough came through her womb. If you're gonna do that, I will cut you off. Like, I'm not gonna help you.